If you are wanting to work on balance, a lot of people will have you start working with standing up and bringing one foot off the floor and working on balance that way. But I'm going to have you test 3 different ways that you can start to work on your balance without going on to one foot. So the first one is having to do with your feet. Your feet are your foundation, and they are imperative to help you with your balance. So we are going to work on an exercise to work on strengthening our feet so that we can get that neuromuscular communication from the feet to the brain to help you understand where you are and help you with your balance. So the first one, we are working with our feet. I like to do a basic press down of my big toes. So you're trying to press your big toes down into the floor and lift all your little toes up off the floor without changing your ankles. So I'm going to go big toe press down and then try to lift up all those little toes. And then we're going to switch it. We're going to put our little toes down and we're going to lift up the big toe. Now, what I see a lot of people do is they then scrunch these toes here and they create almost this hammer style effect with their toes. We don't want to do that either. We want to press that big toe down, press the little toes down and lift that big toe up and then try to pull the big toes towards one another. Sometimes they do what I want them to do, and sometimes they don't. So that is the first exercise. Foot strengthening is key to working on your balance. So if you are interested, I have many other videos that you can do through our YouTube page, but then also I have some programs. If you are interested, reach out to me. You can leave a comment below, or I do have links below which show foundational footwork, which is 30 days working on strengthening, or my membership site, which offers 30 days of footwork, 30 days of balance work. We've got videos and everything to share with you there. So the second thing that you need to think about when you are working on balance, and an exercise that I like to work on, is work on strengthening your core. So for core strengthening, we can work on balancing in one position, but for most of us, that is not where our limitation occurs with balance. It actually occurs more in life as we are moving and we get thrown off. So we need to start working on strengthening our core to ensure that when we go through different movements, we have balance. Now, we're going to work in various positions with core work. You can do this seated, you can do this kneeling, or you can do this standing. Now, of course, standing is going to be more emulating what it would be like if you were out and about doing something. But I like to challenge ourselves in different positions because you might notice something occurs differently within your body when you move into positions you're not familiar with. So for me, it's on my knees here that I'm working on core strengthening with some movement of my arms. But like I said, you could be seated or you could be standing to test your core strength while you're working on this. So your balance within your core while you're moving your arms. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my arms around like a butterfly position, and I'm going to work on trying to hold my core, my center, still. So I'm not going to be here trying to move all around, okay? We're not doing anything like that. I'm trying to keep my arms still and just move through a motion while I keep my core still. I think I already said that. Now, if your arms don't move this much because of your shoulder range of motion, that's okay. Just work within what feels comfortable for you. So that would be the second thing that I would do to help you work on strengthening for balance. The last thing I would have you do is work on your vestibular system. So this is, for many of us, when we focus on one area, we are able to balance better. But again, in life, balance doesn't occur when we're standing in one place. We need it for movement, and movement occurring in our upper body and our head and eyes as much as it is about balancing while standing. So we are going to work on just kind of moving through eye movements to see how it feels. So the last thing that you would do would be, you're going to take your finger, you're going to place it out in front of you, and I'll give you two variations of how you can do this. So one is your finger is going to be out in front of you, and your finger is going to move, and your eyes are going to focus on your finger. So you're just going to go back and forth. Now you can go as slow as you need to, and you're just keeping your eyes on your finger, or you can move it faster if you want. Just see what that feels like. Sometimes you might be like, whoa, that's a lot of work. That's okay. It's just something that you might not be used to. And especially since we look at our phones a lot, or many of us concentrate on a fixed point a lot, think phones, computers, books, things like that, TVs, we're not as comfortable moving our eyes around. So then the next one is going to be, and I'm going to use my other finger just because my shoulder might be tired. Your shoulder might be tired. So this time we are going to move our head. Our finger is going to stay still, and our eyes need to stay on the finger. So this time I'm going to go back and forth, shaking my head and paying attention to that fixed point. And that's it. So I also have more exercises that you can do working on the vestibular system if you are interested. So those are the three things that you can start to work on that is different than what you may have seen other people offering in regards to balance. Mine are footwork, core, and your vestibular system. So if you are interested in learning more, you can head to movingwithms.com and learn more about the products that I offer, or make sure to subscribe here so that you can see future videos that I am posting.